Good evening. I am Mark Seal with Sports Night. Several West Indies cricketers were going for big bucks today as the first round of the Indian Premier League's auction got going in Jaipur. Windies T20 captain and all-rounder Carlos Brathwaite was among the most expensive players. The Barbadian was bought by the Kolkata Knight Riders for $709,000. He will join Windies all-rounder Andrea Russell and Trinidad and Tobago spinner Sunil Narine at that franchise. Meanwhile, a first-timer is exciting batsman Shimron Hetmyer, who was a bright spot for West Indies on their tour of India early this year. He came up for a bidding in the very first set of the auction and was bought for $596,000 by the Royal Challengers Bangalore. RCB are captained by Virat Kohli, and he would have had a close look at the left-handed batsman as he made 259 runs in 5 ODIs at a strike rate of 140. Now, hard-hitting Trinidad batsman Nicholas Pooran also got snapped up for $596,000. He'll ply his trade for Kings 11 Punjab. All-rounder Shafin Rutherford from Guyana, who is yet to play an international, was bought by the Delhi Capitals, formerly the Delhi Daredevils, for about $284,000, while Jamaican speedster O'Shane Thomas was picked up by Rajasthan Royals for $157,000. Another young Windies all-rounder, Kimo Paul of Guyana, went to the Capitals for approximately $71,000. Now, among the Windies players who were not selected in today's auction is Test and ODI captain Jason Holder of Barbados. Staying with cricket, Australia won a test match for the first time since that infamous ball tampering controversy back in March, as they beat India today in Perth to level that test series at 1-all. India, chasing 287 for a victory, began the final day on 112 for 5, and they were bowled out for 140 to lose by 146 runs. Australia 326 and 243, India 283 and 140, Australia winning by 146 runs. Now, the third test in the four-match series will be in Melbourne, starting on Boxing Day. Switching sports now to football, where two-time defending champions Weymouth Wales suffered a massive upset in out-of-zone fixtures over the weekend in the Barbados Football Premier League. Playing at the Wildy AstroTurf, Scottish car rental St Andrew Lions stunned the Zone 1 leaders and also gave them their first loss of the season. In the first game, this is the 34th minute. A cross comes in from the left via Shamar Edwards, meant for Darrico King, but Rico Graham's right-booted block flew straight into the nets. An own goal, 1-0 to Lions. 10 minutes after, the second goal came as Brian Stewart made a run along the left flank before sending in a similar cross. This time, the ball found King, who ran it in at the back post and secured the 2-0 victory for Lions over Wales. The nightcap game saw the UWE Blackbirds jumping up to second place in Zone 2 with a 5-1 win over Youth Milan. Shamari Mark opened the scoring in the 24th minute, getting a through ball from Mario Hart to see the Blackbirds to a 1-0 lead at halftime. On resumption, Hart, the UWE captain, opened the floodgates with a goal in the 46th minute to make it 2-0, just simple. And this was followed closely by a lovely left-foot goal at the near post by Niall Reid-Stephen in the 48th. The Milan goalie thought he could have done better, but he had more nightmares to come. Ramel Bino knocked home a brace, this first one in the 56th minute. 1 minute later though, Milan got their lone strike from Kemar Goddard in the 57th. His initial shot was saved, but he got the lucky rebound and made it good. Bino then completed his brace in the 68th, twisting and turning away from 2 defenders to make the final score UWE 5, Milan 1. Barbados Defence Force Sports program picked up points as well with a 1-0 win over Mark's Auto Spares Pori Spring in game number 2. Their lone goal came in the first half when Jelani Keyser rocked the unmanned nets in the 26th minute. The big games are now over, and one of the final events was in squash, After 4 days of competition among 43 juniors, the Hilton Junior Open climax with the boys and girls under-19 finals. CBC's Anne-Marie Burke reports.
It was a battle of the sisters as the under-19 title had to be decided between Jada and Jodie Smith-Padmore. That's Jada in the white claiming the point. Jada with the serve was determined to stop her sister from claiming a second title as Jodie was already crowned under-17 champion. The girls were really going at it, and again Jada came up the victorious one, winning the point with a soft drop shot. But nothing is sweeter than sibling rivalry, and getting revenge, Jodie was able to also beat her sister with the very same tactic off the tin in the left corner. Nicely claimed. Jada, however, met business and wasted no time in wrapping up the first game in her favor, finished with pace to claim it dominantly at 11-2. She also claimed the second by the same 11-2 margin and continued her dominance in the third. Jodie totally frustrated now. More frustrations coming her way as Jada had a response for every play and she backed it up by striking when it was hot. Jodie was really off her usual game, this backhand a fair one. I'll say though she was much more improved in this final game, nicely off the right corner. But this battle of the Smith-Padmore sisters was won by the sister who really brought her A game. Jada claims the final game at 11-8 and the under-19 title as the spoils were equally shared in the Smith-Padmore household. Now the boys' title match was certainly a nail-biter as Barbados' Shamar Burnham in the blue to St. Vincent's Mikhail Quashie. Burnham started on fire, claiming the first game at 11-7. But Quashie fought back in the second and third, winning at 6-4. This play beats the attempted backhand of Burnham. Burnham, in search of his first junior title, really stepped up his game, nicely off the tin to gain the point. Quashie was not going to make it that easy though, as the rallies were long, and he used the openings to get some valuable points. But Burnham was intent on claiming that title, and this is where it came. Quashie totally dejected, Burnham definitely pleased, the under-19 squash champion, winning at 11-7, 6-11, 4-11, 11-4, 11-5.